Welcome to the Instagram stories for Thursday, April 18th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. I am back from Coachella. I'm very glad to be back. I had an unbelievable time, and I actually have some social media news that relates to Coachella. But before I dive into that, let's get to the biggest news of the day, which has to do with the TikTok Notes app. Now, if you're not familiar, TikTok Notes is a photo-only social media platform, similar to the way Instagram used to be back in the day. I do not have access to it yet, so I can't say personally all of that, but I will tell you what TikTok has tweeted about this. The TikTok Comms account said today on Twitter, "We're in the early stages of experimenting with a dedicated space for photo and text content with TikTok Notes. Starting today, TikTok Notes is available for download and limited testing in Australia and Canada. We hope that the TikTok community will use TikTok Notes to continue sharing their moments through photo posts. Whether documenting adventures, expressing creativity, or simply sharing snapshots of one's day, the TikTok Notes experience is designed for those who would like to share and engage through photo content." With this tweet, they included some screenshots of different parts of the app, the For You page showing some photos that you can scroll through, and what it looks like to look at a specific photo, and then photos that you can swipe through a carousel. They also show what it's like to create a post, which you can save as a draft or post. You can enter in a caption, and it says every picture tells a story and invites you to continue using your same TikTok account that you already have. Overall, I think this is a very interesting move on TikTok's part because many people have been so disenchanted with the way Instagram has changed over the past few years, and they just want to focus on sharing photos, which is totally fine. So why not give people an app in order to do that? TikTok has already proven that their algorithm is superior for surfacing awesome content. They do that so well. So if you're a photographer and you want more people to see your photography, TikTok Notes is definitely going to be something that you want to spend serious time exploring and understanding and testing. At this point, it's unclear when this app will be available to United States users, but of course, I will keep you posted, and I will link to the tweets with screenshots in the show notes so that you can see what it looks like for yourself. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about a social media app that's brand new to the landscape that I think you should know about, and an Instagram feature that has to do with Coachella, so stick around. Oh, hey, welcome back. Let's talk about a new social media app that I think is very interesting. I don't know that it will necessarily change the social media landscape, but I like what I see so far. The app is called AirChat, and it's a voice and text network, similar to Twitter or Threads in the way it looks, but it has the addition of voice for every post. Let me explain what I mean. If you were to make a post on Threads or Twitter, you type out the post and then you send it. You might use your voice to dictate that text and then send it. But what if you could include the audio of your voice as well as part of the experience? That's what AirChat does. When you look through the posts that people have made, which again, looks like Threads or Twitter, as you scroll down through the page, you actually hear the people's voices when they dictated that post. It's an interesting experience, especially if you have your earbuds in. Let me just say off the bat that I like the idea and I like the implementation because it gives so much context to the person's posts. Where are they posting? You might hear a busy train station in the background, or you might hear a car while they're driving, or you might hear them slightly out of breath on their morning walk, or whatever. And I really like that level of context. There are, however, a lot of comparisons made between this app and Clubhouse. Do you remember Clubhouse? It was such a big deal back in 2021 when we were all stuck at home during the pandemic. I liked the concept of Clubhouse a lot, but I couldn't see a scenario where I might be able to join conversations while going through my daily commute. If I was going to unmute and jump in a conversation while I was on a quiet train car, that would probably be a not great experience. However, at some points, I might just be able to say something short and brief, like 1 or 2 sentences, and that would be a perfect fit for AirChat. It's available now. I would definitely recommend checking it out. The link to do so will be in the show notes. And the last piece of news that I want to talk about is that Instagram has added a new story sticker called Frames, which turns any photo that you post into a Polaroid as part of an activation for Coachella. I will link to a screenshot in the show notes so that you can see it for yourself. But basically, it provides an alternative image style for your posts. People who are using this may or may not have ever used a Polaroid camera before, so they might be kind of confused about why this exists at all 20 years after Polaroid has shut down as a company, but that's another conversation for another time. I like this feature overall. Definitely check it out and use it to highlight some of your photos. That is going to do it for today's episode, and here is another clip of the new music. I hope you like it.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager, but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually, that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers.